welcome back to Homestead Corner. Today I've got my 10 top preps that I love to grab at the Dollar Tree. So I love to go to the Dollar Tree. There are a lot of great items there for keeping in your pantry, being prepared. There's lots of preparedness stuff in there. Some of it is wonderful and a great deal, and other things are not so much. Some of the stuff is not great for prepping, but you know, you got to take the good with the bad, and it's good to always try something if you're not sure. I always try different things there if I'm not sure if it's good, and that way I can test it out for myself and see what works for me, because we're all a little bit different and we all need different stuff. And with these times right now, with the economy the way it is, things are getting so expensive and the prices keep rising and rising. I know fuel has gone up over 20 cents here in the last couple of weeks, and you know, they're talking about a fuel crisis. All this stuff is going on, and it's not letting up, and we need to be prepared for everything that is coming. And you know, the food shortages, the inflation, just everything, it just keeps coming. It's not slowing down at all. So today I thought I would share my 10 favorite preps, and if you guys have been following me for a long time, then you probably know what these are, because I buy them a lot when I'm there. Today I just thought I would take 10, and because I think these are all amazing values for what you can get at other stores. They cost a lot more. So the first thing that I always look for when I get there is salt. Salt can be really, really expensive, especially like sea salt can be expensive, and the pink Himalayan salt. These are two salts we love to keep in the house and in our preps for all sorts of stuff, but they can be quite pricey at other places, and $1.25 is a fabulous deal. I definitely love getting salt there, and if you just buy one every time you go, before you know it, you'll have so much salt you won't know what to do with it all. The next thing that I love to get there are some baking supplies. Now, I don't love all of their baking supplies. Some of them you can get a lot cheaper other places, but their baking soda is pretty affordable. It's usually around 69 cents in the store, and I have been finding these coconut flour 1 pound packages, and these are great. Anything that you like to use, that's a good deal. Definitely check your prices, because sometimes the packages are too small, or you know, or you can get it cheaper somewhere else. But they do have a bunch of baking supplies. Their cocoa is another one. I love to get it there. It's really decent cocoa, and the baking cocoa, and for $1.25, can't touch that anywhere else. So baking supplies are something we always look for when we're there as well. The next thing that I always grab when I'm there, spices. They've got some nice spices. I know these Kinder spices are $4 to $5 at other stores. And I love this garlic and herb one. The seafood one is excellent as well. And they even have the everything bagel seasoning. I found that there a bunch of times. So there are a bunch of different spices that you can get there. I've seen all kinds of name brand stuff. And I think the more spices, the better in your pantry. Because when we get down to just eating out of the pantry, we're going to want to change things up and also flavor things up. If we have rice and beans 3 out of 5 days, we're going to want them to be different. So putting different seasonings in them is really going to change up what they taste like. So spices are a huge one, and they can be so expensive. Definitely. The next thing I love to get there is lentils. I love getting lentils there. They usually have the 1 pound packs. Sometimes they're 12 ounces, but we love to keep them in the house. They are a great protein. You can add them to almost any dish, I think, just to boost up the protein. If you have got pretty much anything that's low on protein, you can throw in a couple handfuls of lentils and really beef them up. And they really don't have much flavor. They're like a bean, so whatever you put them in, they're gonna fit right in there. So that works out really nice. We love lentils. And I just think they are such a good deal because you're getting the same protein as a bean, but they cook in about 20 to 30 minutes. So that's really nice. Depending on the lentils, you may get different kinds or something like that. Red lentils don't take quite as long as brown lentils. You know, depends on what you get, but they are all good. And I think they all have pretty much no flavor. If they're on their own, they don't have much flavor. The next thing we love to get there is canned goods. They always seem to have some decent canned goods in stock. Sometimes we can find these Progresso soups. These are almost $3 a can everywhere else, which is ridiculously expensive for a can of soup. It will feed about 2 people with something else with it. If you just have the 1 can and nothing to go with it, then it probably would only feed 1 person, honestly. But the Progresso soup, I really like it because it's simple and easy. Open, heat it up, eat it, fast food. And the next thing, we found all kinds of organic stuff there, big 28-ounce cans. Their fruits are wonderful. If they have fruits that you like, check the fruits out to see how they are, because we have found some really great deals on canned fruit there, and canned fruit is getting really, really pricey. So making sure we have enough canned goods in stock so we can open and eat, make quick, affordable meals is really important. Affordability is really becoming a big issue to make sure that we can at least eat, because everything's getting so expensive. The next thing I love to get there is beans. I love to get beans there because they are a fabulous deal. Now, I store a lot of dried beans because they last for a really long time. But a lot of times what we'll do is we'll can up a couple of big batches in a day, and then we've got them quick and easy on the shelf, all canned up, ready to go for quick, easy meals. The water's all done, everything's all done with it. We either cook them in the pressure cooker, or we'll soak them overnight and cook them however, boil them, and then we can them up. Or you can dehydrate them and turn them into instant beans. That's another way to go. But then you've got to add more water. So I really love canned beans, are probably my favorite. So that's what we do with our dry beans, is we'll just can up a bunch at a time. And that way I've got 18 or 36 jars all at once. So then we have a good stock and I don't have to worry about it. And you could do, all your beans are going to can the same way. So you don't have to can all one kind. You can like some black beans, some navy beans, some kidney beans, some pinto beans. You can mix it all up in different jars in the canner, because they all can at the same amount of time and pressure, so which is great. The next thing that I love to get there is fire starters. You know me, no Dollar Tree haul is complete without matches. They have the long lighters, they have the short lighters, regular ones, matches, all a couple of different kinds. They have the little fire bricks, things like that. We used to buy the little ones in the bag, the survival ones, and the Quick Survive. I have not seen them in a long time, but if I see them, I will definitely grab them, because those are a really good deal. I like the Quick Survive. They're really small, flat, fit great in your emergency bags, and they last a good long time to get the fire really going when you're starting out outside in a fire pit. So I really like their fire starters. They have lots, which is great. The next thing that I really love, and I get these a lot at the Dollar Tree. I only buy them there because they're really so affordable, and these are the moisture absorbers. I love these things. We keep them in our pantry all the time to make sure we're keeping that moisture down. We keep them in our gun cabinet to make sure we're keeping that moisture down. All sorts of places, anything you really want to keep dry, these are going to help absorb the moisture. And I love that you can see through the side and see when that liquid is filling up, and you know when to change it out. So that is a great thing. So moisture absorbers are a must from the Dollar Tree. That's the cheapest place I found really decent ones that work good. So the next thing that I love to get there is first aid supplies. Their first aid supplies are really affordable. Depending on what you're buying, definitely check your other stores. You know, sometimes gauze pads are going to be cheaper other places, or bandages, or whatever you're looking for. But I do always look there because I like the fabric bandages, and they carry them sometimes, so I like to grab those when I see them there, because fabric bandages are quite pricey at the other stores. Even for a box of 10 or 20, you're talking, you know, $3 to $2.50, $3, up to $5, depending on where you go. So definitely check your prices, know what you're looking for, and check the box sizes, because this is an amazing deal, these wound care kits, if you can find them. And this is not the greatest deal on hydrogen peroxide, but I love the spray top. So I keep a couple of these in the house, and then I just refill them with the big bottles, because you can get the big bottles a lot cheaper, and just refill these up. But this saves a ton of hydrogen peroxide, these little spray ones. And I have seen them with the alcohol. I have a couple of those as well. So those are nice to keep in the pantry also, to make sure that you've got them in your first aid supply. And the same with the peroxide. I buy the big bottle, and then we just pour it in and refill it. But that spray, when you spray it on, it uses so much less than soaking, you know, a paper towel or a cotton ball or something like that, when you're really only using a teeny bit. And last, but definitely not least, is they have excellent different things for lighting. They have all kinds of candles. There are tons and tons of candles. I like these jarred candles because this is a mason jar and I can can it in after, or make a sob and put it in there, or you can use it as a cup. I mean, they are so handy. I love mason jars anyway, and when I find these, I like to grab these, so you've got a source of light and heat from the candle, and then when that's gone, you can either refill it with other wax that you have, or you can take this and use it for canning or a cup or something. You can definitely reuse a mason jar. Also, their flashlights. We have had this flashlight for well over a year. It works wonderfully. Just switch out the batteries when we need to, but this is so handy. It's got the handle on it, so it's easy to carry. It's got a spotlight, and this is quite bright as well, this little LED in here. And I love that it just sits down. You can plunk it down if you're working outside on a generator, getting that set up or anything like that. In the dark, you have got some light. I really like they have different kinds. They have push lights, they have all sorts of stuff, just tons of different kinds of lights, and I think they really are great ones. That way you can get a good variety of things that are going to work for you. Also, those little solar lights, those are nice too. They don't always have everything that I want in stock when we go there, but when I'm there, I try to get as much as I can to make sure that I can fill my pantry as full as possible for the most affordable price. So definitely check your prices, check out Dollar Tree, check the sizes on things, and definitely check the dates, because I have found a lot of times the date is really close, or I've even found stuff that's past the date. And if I'm buying it to put it away, I definitely don't want something that's kind of old or too close to the date. I want stuff that's further out. But lots of deals to be had there. Fill up those pantries. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring, and we want to be ready for it. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!